Welcome back, everybody, to another fabulous episode of the Casual Drink and Play podcast, episode 32. And we have your usuals. We have Nicole over here,
Ew.
and we have me, and today we have a very special guest. We have Rachel. Say hi.
Hello.
And and can I say your Instagram's fucking awesome.
Oh, really? Thank you. Oh, yeah. Whenever I try to post anything on there, I try to make it a blast. Like, you never know what you're gonna get, you know?
No, like it's like so to the listener, if you have a second, please check out Rachael Mirza's Instagram. It is lot of neat stuff, a lot of neat collectibles. It's like you're saying, like it's a museum, you know.
Oh, yeah. It just kind of it grew into it. At this point, if I tried to stop collecting, it wouldn't happen. People would just give me more and more shit, and I like it. So
Oh
I'm good
no,
with it.
it's so like I had a little thing where I'll go because I like to partake in action figure like photography.
Oh yeah, me
And
too.
like here and there, like I'll like go to like like a couple years ago before the pandemic, I would go to like different like Walgreens, like different stores,
Oh, yeah.
Goodwills. I would try to like go like action figure hunting.
Oh yeah, I'm big into that.
Mm. And I just have like a small collection myself. But then like
Hmm.
looking at your Instagram, you have like cases like light up like glass cases.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
Oh yeah.
yo, like
I mean,
this is the real deal.
they're so jam packed that they're coming out of the cases, and I can't stop it. Like, the cases are full. There's glass. There's 10 shells on each of them, and there's no more room. And I mean, at this point, I probably have like the 20 cases. I don't even know.
Right. But like it's just like is that like a is that like your room, or is that like a nerd
Oh yeah,
room, or
that's my whole. I live there. Yes,
because that's
I
like
love.
that it's like a
Hmm.
nerd's like dream in a sense, to have like
Oh
your
yeah,
setup.
there's plenty of times people have come down to, like, they look through just my book collection, but the problem is my book collection has all this nerd stuff and Resident Evil, and like, oh, why isn't this out on display? It's like, well, I can't. I have so much stuff that has to be archived away and put on the
Right.
shelf. Same with the DVDs and shit. It's just so much built up that it's got to be archived away, basically.
I,
Yeah.
I was
But
just
I
looking
yeah.
at some of it because he mentioned it to me, and I was
Mhm.
like, oh, I actually haven't seen it. And was looking at it just now, and I was like, damn,
Oh.
there is so much.
I know. There's so many times I've had the reactions of people coming down here, and what they like gravitate towards is it's always interesting. Some people are just so overwhelmed that it's like they don't see it because there's too much things for your eyes to look at one time.
It looks like it's like it could be overwhelming. Like overwhelming, it would be a lot to take in.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I could see that. I'm so used to it that it's almost like geez, I gotta prepare somebody when they come down here. Like, listen, there's a lot of shit to look at, so take your time.
It's like, hey, just fair warning, just I'm just gonna give you a minute.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's always the best reaction. They're like, "There's still more. There's more. Oh heavens."
Like, it just doesn't stop.
Oh yeah. I've been collecting basically my whole life.
That's awesome. Is there any memorabilia you have that people love? Like you get like the most
Mm.
compliments, or
God,
like,
yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Hmm. No, keep going, keep going.
Well, I was gonna say,
Oh
like,
yeah,
is there always
yeah.
some where someone's like, hey, can I hold that?
Oh
Can I play with that like real quick?
yeah. See, I have a whole thing where when anybody comes down, it's like fair game. Anybody could hold anything. They could touch it. As long as nothing gets knocked over, it's cool.
Yeah.
But I have this giant 1/6 scale, which is like GI Joe Barbie size Akira bike. That everyone's like, oh, I just want to touch that thing, man. I touch it, and I'm like, yeah, go for it, play with it.
That's awesome.
There's a lot of Jurassic Park stuff down here that people like.
Mm.
You know, It's kind of like Disney World, where you got your favorite rides, but their glass case is full of toys you like. Hmm.
Cause, cause that's something that like I want to have like in the future with like a
Mhm.
nerd cave is like so like
Hmm.
where'd you get that case like the shelving?
Oh man, there's points where it's like my parents bought me my first two glass cases, and then it spiraled out of hand where you just kind of sometimes you find them in the trash, sometimes friends don't want them anymore. Sometimes you hit like a good day where you go to a thrift store and then they're getting rid of like three glass cases. And I'm like, well,
Don't mind if I
I guess
do.
I'll take them, you know? Yeah.
Damn.
No,
I
yeah, relatively all cheap. I usually don't spend too much on them. If
cause
somebody gives me, I'll take it.
cause I was thinking I was
Mhm.
like maybe you went to like an IKEA or something, or you went to like a
Oh,
furniture store and there was like a sale.
yeah, I've gotten a few IKEA ones, but it's I like my odd, weird shaped ones where they're different sizes and it's easier to kind of Tetris it in my room.
Right.
Mhm. Only so much space.
Damn.
But
Yeah.
I've made a lot of glass cases too, so
Oh, right on.
yeah.
What would you say would be like your favorite thing to show off?
Oh man, I
Or
have
one
this.
of them, one of your favorite
Oh,
things. I know there's
one of my
probably like.
of course. I I have this. This is like my pride and joy. Like right underneath my TV, I have this. You guys know what Evil Dead 2 is?
Yeah.
Do you ever hear?
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
Oh
have
yeah.
this giant Evil Dead prop case that I've been building up since I was in the sixth grade. So whatever, 12 years old or whatever, and I've been making these props every now and then. But I got the whole chainsaw arm in there. I got the Book of the Dead.
Yeah.
I even recently acquired. This is the coolest freaking thing. This completed the case that a friend of mine got me a chunk of wood from the Evil Dead cabin door.
Really.
Like the door that's in the movie, somebody went to the site of that cabin and it was still there recently. They went and just basically stole it and chopped it down because I guess they were going to get rid of it or something. Somebody owns the land or something.
Right.
And yeah, he got me a piece of wood from the door, and it's pretty awesome. It's got a card that proves it and stuff. Little Evil Dead came home.
Damn, that's fucking awesome.
That is amazing.
Oh, I even got a. Remember that scene when he buries his girlfriend with the coals? I got some of the coals that he buries his girlfriend with.
Oh,
It's so awesome that whatever 40 years later they ended up in my Evil Dead case.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Damn.
awesome. Yeah, it's my favorite movie.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I'm trying to think if I have anything to compete, but I really don't.
Oh, you'll get there if you're persistent.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, you'll be out of control like mine.
I have I mean, so back in like last April, I had treated myself and I got myself it's $100 it's a prop of Captain America's shield.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know
And
which one that.
I've been meaning to like wall mount it.
Mm-hmm,
I'm
mm-hmm,
just I'm just too like I'm just too fucking lazy. It's just like
mm-hmm,
it sits in our room. It
mm-hmm.
just it
Yep.
sits like it sounds like on my bedside. Like every morning I
Oh
wake
yeah.
up, I look at it and I'm like, one of these days I'm gonna hang you up.
Mm-hmm. See, I have such a. I have to put it on the wall. It's like, oh man. Once I get it, it's like, well, on the wall because it'll just be on the ground.
Yeah.
Same, and it'll get broken that way.
Yeah, we have the shield, and then we also have a lightsaber that I got him for his birthday that we have to hang up still.
Oh yeah, I surprisingly don't have a lightsaber. That's like a prop that I see every one of our friends and friends groups have and stuff.
Mm.
It's a lightsaber. I just don't have one. I don't know why. I like a green Luke one day.
Oh yeah, that's like the goal. I want to get like this like the blue one, the Anakin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Classic one. Can't
Hell
go
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, the one I got him was just like a generic lightsaber that like changes colors, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's still
Yeah,
cool.
I'd like to have like Darth Maul because there's nothing
Mm.
like Darth Maul lightsaber that just you're the king once you bring it out.
Hell yeah.
It's so lame, but it's like yeah,
Like you become the star of the show in a sense.
and a menace. Oh yeah, it's the most It reminds me when people used to wait outside theaters and you'd play lightsaber battles. When there's a dude with a Darth Maul one, you go, "Oh fuck, that guy."
Yeah, I'm gonna steer clear from him.
He knows. He brought him out.
I'm gonna need the power of God and anime.
And they're doing their flips, and they always do the force push. I hate when people do the force push. So lame. But I love Star Wars.
That's what a couple years ago, me and my friends we went to Milwaukee Comic Con, and Ray Park was there, and like
really?
I didn't meet him, but I saw him from like a good distance, and I saw that he was like it looked like he was like doing karate like in front of like whoever was doing it.
Oh, that's awesome, meeting celebrities from afar. I also wouldn't want to interact with a celebrity. It's too much anxiety for me. I want to see them from afar.
Yeah.
Like I think I saw Mr. Strickland from Back to the Future from like a little bit of like a couple feet away from me at Comic-Con once.
Oh, nice.
That and whoever plays the mom, Lorraine in Back to the Future.
Oh shit. Yeah. The Leah Thompson.
Oh yeah, Leah Thompson.
Yeah.
Man, I got a funny ass story about that. Like, I have a dad who's kind of broken English, and he didn't realize you got to be in line if you want to talk to these celebrities. So he just started going up and talking to Leah Thompson. He's like, "Oh, why weren't you in the second Back to the Future movie?" She's like, "Oh God," because it's just broken English, right? And she's like, "Well, things happen or whatever." She's like, "You like to buy a photo though?" And she tried to sell him a photo. Leah Thompson of Back to the Future's fame. We love these movies forever. And then my dad, oh God, my dad turns her down and goes, "No, I'm good."
Damn, that is like a power move.
Oh man, that's the funniest thing. Every time I watch Back to the Future, I'm like, man, my dad turned down an autograph. It's so funny.
Shit. God, I aspire to be like. I don't want to say that's petty, but that's the only word I can think of. Like, I want to be that petty. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I always see that as hey, we've been watching Back to the Future forever, so
Right.
giving them enough money, I guess. Bought all those toys.
Oh, they got enough money. They're fine.
Yeah.
Were you gonna say
Mr.
something?
Strickland. Oh, what was that?
No, sorry. It looked like Nicole was about to say something, and then.
Oh yeah, please talk. I'll ramble. It's nonsense.
Oh no, you're good.
The only celebrity that I've met, okay, I guess I've met like two. Well, I consider them to be a couple because it's the twins from Harry Potter.
Oh.
And then I met I can't remember his name.
Jason David Frank.
Yes.
And who is that? Remind me.
The Green Ranger from Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, man. Everyone always tells me they meet him.
Yeah.
I feel like he's the most popular one to meet.
Yeah, he's pretty cool with doing conventions and stuff.
He's like the only that's like still active. Like unlike social medias and TikTok, he's the one that's like out doing shit. I'm sure I sound like a broken record, but because at the same convention where I saw Ray Park, I had met Austin St. John, who plays the Red Ranger.
Oh.
And that was like one of the few times where I was like really starstruck.
Oh really?
Yeah,
sure.
I was like, hi. And he signed my Funko Pop, and so initially when I met when I was at this convention, I had met the voice actor for Goku from Dragon Ball Z, and
oh man.
yeah, so when I went to go meet him, when I went to go meet Goku, I had a Funko Pop, and I had him, he signed it, and I was like, I'm gonna keep this. This is awesome. I had only met the Red Ranger to get a Funko Pop just to sell, because I was like, I actually, it's like, it's like, you're awesome, but I'm gonna try and make money off of this.
Totally. Yeah, why not?
But he's like, hey, so Austin St. John, the Red Ranger, he's like, hey, so what's your name? I'm like, I'm Tim. He's like, okay. And he wrote to Tim, and I was like, oh, fuck. And like, I looked at it, and I'm like, oh, God, it has my name on it. And then like, my heart was like, oh.
Then you just take some rubbing alcohol, like a Q-tip, take off the tin.
Yeah.
There you go.
I can only sell to other Tims.
I know. I got like a VHS of Evil Dead, and I found it at half price. It's all the ladies from the Evil Dead, but they personalized it to some Bob guy, and it's like, shit. Whatever, I'll put it in, my case. Why not?
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's cool. You met the Red Ranger.
Yeah.
I was trying
Pretty
to
awesome.
remember.
What's that, Nicole?
I was trying to remember if I met anybody else, but it's just some guy from Critical Role that I can't remember the name of.
Oh.
I met him because my friend was also meeting him, and I had to take the photo, and so I got to meet him as well.
Ah, I see.
Hmm.
I don't remember
It's too much
his name.
anxiety for me.
Oh, it's too much.
Waiting in line, saying hi to your favorite actor.
Yeah. It's like
I want to meet Bruce Campbell, and it's like, God, it's so much build up. I've been building it up for almost 30 years. So much easier just not. But eventually that'd be the kind of the only person I'll go and sit in a line, pay $500, and have a nice little conversation with, and then be on my way.
Well,
Probably
good.
Bruce.
It's just judging from experience. Like, it is that build up intention, but once you start talking, like, you realize, like, that celebrity ego, that doesn't exist. You're talking, like, as a person, like a one-on-one, like, conversation in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I
like,
can see that.
so, once those walls are broken, it's, it's just, like, you're just fucking talking to someone,
Oh, man. Yeah, see, I would like to treasure that experience with not all. I don't need a bunch of actors, just my favorite one.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce Campbell does conventions all the time, so I have to go check him out one day.
I'm sure he'll be around for, like a horror convention.
Oh, yeah. He's really active in the convention scene.
Right.
Loves doing it. He likes giving fans hard times.
And that's the way to have it.
Oh yeah, that's a fun experience. Bruce Campbell yelled at me. I'll cherish that forever.
What do you yell at you about?
Well, no, because he usually does that. He gives fans kind of he's got like a persona he puts on. So if you go meet him, he's like, oh, he's being loud and telling you your costume sucks. But he's actually really cool, I guess.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Tim, is there anybody you'd want to see that you haven't?
Oh God, I mean, you could probably. I mean, if you want to probably grab some more sodas, we could probably be here all night. Fuck, no, that's a really good question. Like, it's really hard to think of like. It's always like a short list of people like you think you have to meet.
I already know my answer for this one.
What's your answer?
I have two: Guy Fieri and Mark Hamill.
Oh
Mark
yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill would be probably a very enjoyable, warm experience.
Oh yeah.
He seems to look you in the eye when you talk to you. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Same with. No, go on.
I love Mark Hamill. When I grew up, I watched Star Wars with my father, and that was like our bonding activities in a sense. And so like Luke Skywalker was like my hero in a sense because that's all I knew. And so like then it's like when he did the voice acting for Joker and Batman and everything, and then he came back for Star Wars. I'm just like, oh my god.
Best Joker ever.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hands
See,
down.
I have the same thing with my Star Wars is Jurassic Park. So if I had to meet somebody, it'd be probably Jeff Goldblum.
I was about to say, is it Jeff Goldblum? Because
Oh man.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's who I want to meet is Jeff Goldblum.
Oh yeah, because he's just so fucking Jeff Goldblum, and he'd probably you wouldn't even have to talk to him. He would just be talking, and it would just make just to be in the experience in the vicinity of Jeff Goldblum. It could be a great time. I don't need to talk to him. Just let me see him talk.
It's like
it'd be weird.
I just want to do the scatting, like scoopity ba bow.
Yeah, he does that.
Yay!
Yeah.
That's some like jazz shit. I'm like, that's all I need, man.
Meadows and stuff. And I've seen one time where like some fan tried to talk to Jurassic Park about him. He's like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, it seems like he knows how to talk to fans, but if there's something he don't want to talk about, He'll just make it seem like he's not listening to you.
He probably ran that river dry. He's probably sick and tired of
yeah.
Jurassic Park.
I'm sure he likes it, but he don't want to talk Jurassic Park in a
He's probably
some
the
blue
king of
convention.
selective listening or selective
Oh, yeah.
hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Where you're like, did you hear me? I don't think you heard me, Jeff Goldblum.
What?
I mean, Dr. Ian Malcolm. I mean, Jeff. I mean,
Daddy?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Imagine that.
I mean, if anything, I would be like, hey, so I like your music. I like your jazz.
Like,
You
oh,
like
well, thank
jazz?
Yeah.
We gotta watch the B movie.
Yeah.
Oh, big movie.
Do you like jazz?
That Jerry Seinfeld.
So good.
Here's another guy I would love to meet.
Yeah, you'd probably hate it too. You know,
Yeah.
you probably wouldn't want anything to do with anybody. Get out of here.
Do you see the video where he was like some red carpet and Kesha like walked up to him and like tried to get a hug and he's like no. He's like no,
So,
go away.
You know, that's appropriate. I'm glad. I think I saw something of that. I don't know who this girl is.
Yeah,
I respect him.
Fucking.
So I guess it's like speaking of movies,
Mhm.
so you had aspired to be like a filmmaker, like because you're pretty good with your cinematography, and I like, like I'm saying, I'm just referring back to your Instagram, but like just some of the videos, like you had a video where it was it's your depression comes in at night, and it looked like that you were
Yeah.
like skateboarding, but like recording like what was going on.
Oh yeah, thank you. That was
I was like, holy shit.
yeah. Sometimes, 'cause, I got a lot of depression and like anxiety sometimes. So sometimes you'll hit an hour where you're just real depressed and you're like, I gotta do something.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect to film something real quick. And yeah, I just get on my longboard and just try to do as much coverage as I can and try to get a vibe going with music. It was kind of like a music video, but I don't know. I always have this thing where like I always think I'm a hack and I'm like, oh, my filming must suck and it must look like garbage. And I've had past projects where they didn't quite look like I wanted it to. So every time I try to film something, try to make sure the quality looks good. If I'm gonna waste somebody's time and look at this video, because I know that feeling when somebody goes, hey, look at this video I filmed, and you go, oh god. I hope this is, I hope this isn't fucking grueling to sit there. I know that feeling. So I try to make it at least worth somebody's time if they're going to watch it for a few seconds.
Oh no, I gotcha. Because I remember for a while, because you had a friend who was a producer. You guys had tried to make a movie.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
And I remember, I think it was on Facebook or so. You had like a video where I think you guys were like in the city or so. And
Oh god, yeah, the embarrassment. Yeah, go on, please.
no, I'm saying it looked really well. I was like, holy
Really?
shit, yeah. Like you guys had filmed. I don't remember what the context was. Like you and a buddy were talking, and
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure. I
mhm.
was like, holy fuck.
That guy, and the guy was somebody's nephew. It was like somebody in the business Matthew. I don't even know how we met him, but
He just showed up.
that's one of those moments. That was like the producer guy somehow fucking got this guy, but that was one of those things where like I started thinking I was a hack because I remember filming it and it looked good, but the problem is, like you said, what the fuck is going on? It looks good, but I can't understand what the story is. It's because I was good at visuals.
Right.
The writing is God no, it was terrible. So it's like I have to stop making it all about me. Like as in, if you're the director, you should be in charge of everything. No, it's good to be a working group. This is the only way it could get made if everyone's on the same page.
Right.
Because filming that shit in Chicago is like, oh god, the guy's panning the camera and I'm across the street. It's like, no, lock the camera down, but then I'm acting and it's like, well, I should just be behind the camera. Why am I acting? Gotta get over that shit. I can't believe you remember that.
Oh no, because like it fucking blew my mind. I was like, holy.
Really? Because I always thought no one was paying attention. Like I always doubt myself, and that's crazy that you saw that. Yeah, I look back at that like, man, I don't know what the fuck I was doing.
No,
Making
no, no, you're good.
mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember I had like some like it's like I have like oftentimes I'll think about like ideas for like I was like, damn, I feel like this could be a decent book or a story, but it's
Mm-hmm.
like what you said, it's hard to tell. It's hard
Mm-hmm.
to tell a story, and it's hard like to just the overall process like to make it like make dialogue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh God, yeah.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
like I had this idea for the past few months about like so I was playing Red Dead Redemption, like the second
Mm-hmm.
game. And if I get bored, like I'll just like go off like fucking kill people. But then
Oh,
often, like oftentimes in that game, like because if you fall asleep and wake up, they'll send like bounty hunters after you.
oh yeah, it's so awesome.
And just to mess with it, I killed most of them, but kept one guy, and he
Oh
was like
man.
my prisoner in a sense. And we rode around for like it felt like 2 hours. I think realistically it was probably like 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I wonder if I could craft a story where there's like a young
Mm-hmm.
hotshot bounty hunter who is in over his head
Mm-hmm.
and is in a sense he's trying to collect the bounty. He gets captured in a sense, but he's not killed
Mm-hmm.
because the bounty wants a friend in a sense. They want
Mm-hmm.
someone to talk to.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that,
so
that's
so
that's
it's
what you
like
do. Art.
this motherfucker is just tied up on a horse and just like at camps and whatnot, and he has no
Mm-hmm.
choice but to just play prisoner. And this guy's like, I really need a friend.
Yeah, that's the campfire opening up scene where it's at nighttime and somewhere in the second act, and they get
Yeah.
into the history,
Oh yeah,
and then
but
he
like
bonds with the guy. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just he's just read a story where this guy just wants a
Mm-hmm.
friend. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's been on his own for such period of time. It's kind of hard to talk to people.
Mm-hmm. I
But
mean, I
then
know that. Mm-hmm. Go on.
but then at the same time, I'm like, okay, maybe I want to make this like a period piece. Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe adapt like the cowboy and like the western, or like maybe make it the late 1890s.
Oh
Problem
yeah. Oh
is,
yeah.
I don't know how the fuck people talked back then, so
Oh yeah.
so it would be really hard to write up dialogue and like fuck, like what do you say? Because you can't
I know.
like
That's the moment of, oh God, I feel like a hack where he's like, you had an idea, but you go, oh, I can't make him talk. I don't know how to do that. But there is people out there who are
mm,
like, I don't want anything to do with filmmaking. I just want to strictly write, and you do. Please, you do the rest. I don't know what the fuck filming or camera angles are. Somehow you got to meet that person.
uh-huh.
It's hard,
Well,
but
because
it will.
there's this program called Arc Studio Pro where this program helps you like in a sense write a screenplay.
Yep.
You put down your plot points and it just helps you organize it. Because I imagine making a screenplay, it there's a lot of moving pieces. It's very complex.
Oh yeah,
I've been
and
meaning to do like research this because I'm like shit. Like I'll put in some time. I'll make myself like a small like a short story.
mm-hmm,
Oh, excuse me. But I'm like, if I could sell this to someone
mm-hmm.
and they can make this idea come to life, and if I get credited and maybe if I get some profit, some money off of it, I'd be happy with it.
Oh yeah,
It's
oh
like,
yeah. I think it would that would feel like my baby,
yeah.
and I'd have to edit it and direct it. I'm so kind of like one thing for me. But that's a lot to fucking ask. So you make a few ones that you don't really care about that are good and sell them, and then your baby you film and edit
Yeah.
it and direct it.
Oh yeah.
Like I too have ugh, an idea for a film where it's like, oh man, it's actually pretty good. Oh, it's really good. Oh, maybe I'll write a screenplay, and somehow I wrote a screenplay that like without knowing how, because you have to know how to lay out a screenplay or how it works. And after doing it like 10 times, I figured out like, oh, I could have just researched it, and I basically did it. I figured out by myself how to do it, but yeah, man, there's like one story. Oh, I'm dying to tell. One day I'd love to do it. Based off a true story too.
Oh shit.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I could tell it. I mean, why not? No.
No, leave it a secret, and then when you make it one day, you can come back.
Oh, yeah. But oh boy, man, it it would have the same tone as Jurassic Park. That's all I can say.
Oh, okay, okay,
That's
okay.
yeah, I know that's a lot of like somebody goes like, "What do you mean, Jurassic like dinosaurs?" No, 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 no. Like the tone of the filmmaking and intensity in Jurassic Park is my absolute favorite thing in films, and
Mm,
no one else has quite got that in any other movie. There's no alternative to watch if you like Jurassic Park. There's no other movie that's got that same, except other Steven Spielberg movies like Jaws.
Yeah.
yeah.
And he's good at making intense, crazy situations. I like that. I try to aspire to be like that, but you always sound crazy when you say, "Oh, I want to be like Steven Spielberg." It's like, oh God, can't say that out loud. You feel like an idiot.
I mean, I imagine that's like the mindset of people, like
Mm-hmm.
people like of the modern age, like today, that aspire to be filmmakers. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's like, I want to be like a Tarantino, maybe not the next Spielberg, but it's like I want to make something very similar to that,
Mm-hmm.
where it
I
it
do.
has their
Mm-hmm.
touch, but it's like this is me.
Mm-hmm. Totally. They want to recreate like a vibe that no one else seems to be doing anymore, and it turns
Mm.
into something completely different, and it's a whole change and movement. But you sound crazy when you want to do things that are like our elder directors, fucking Steven Spielberg, and who's the guy who did Apocalypse Now? Whatever his name is.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Francis, yeah,
Yeah.
where it's like, man, how did you guys are crazy? You made like a whole, basically another Vietnam War with that movie. How the hell
Mm.
that happen? How do you guys get money for that shit?
Yeah, I think it's all about just like maybe it's people that or maybe right place,
Right.
right time in a sense.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's a different way nowadays, and
Yeah.
we got to find how to make our movie on the big screen. Or I don't even give a shit. I just want to see it for myself, honestly.
Yeah. Like that's what it's like all type it's like you type up a screenplay, you spend a couple years on it. Don't rush it. Just spend something
Yeah.
you think is nice, have someone look it over, get
Mm-hmm.
someone that to help you out to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see a company or you see a person, that's they're willing to look at screenplays. If they like it, they'll buy it. Just click send in an email.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Totally, totally. Yeah,
Because
I, I'm at the point now where that like the hoopla of it. I'm like, well, you know what? I will not ever be that. Let me just, even if I do become that, whatever. I just want to actually see these situations and imagery I see in my
mm,
head onto some sort of motion picture. And I guess my phone takes a camera, so I'll just start making little movies with my phone. And I've enjoyed this kind of thing I've been doing recently, where there's no expectation of what anybody's gonna watch it. I'm just seeing it for myself, and then it's a bonus if other people like it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of, I've enjoyed that. Like, I just want to make movies, no other hoopla. And if somebody notices it, fuck them, perfect.
Just
What do
kind
they
of
call
like,
that? Owning your craft or something.
yeah. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
you're just trying to like live your best life and like do what you want to do.
Totally, totally.
And like,
Because there's always somebody asking like, "How do you start?" And it's like, I don't even know.
just
I
pick
have
up a
no clue.
camera and record, whether it be your phone or, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good. It's a good. It always sounds like everyone says that, and people would tell me that all the time. Like, what does that mean? What do you mean? Just do it. I don't know what that means. And then finally, it was like during coronavirus. I was like, well, I'll just start. Let me just. Who cares what quality it is? I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to make it look as good as Steven Spielberg, and then hopefully that message gets across.
Mm-hmm.
Through the visuals I filmed it.
Have you ever done stop motion?
Yeah, and it's oh god, it it's almost a whole like with the camera I'm using, and sometimes it looks kind of almost indie. Like it looks cool, but it's not the quality I'd like. I've seen other people do pretty good stop motion, but it's not something I'm really into. I like the live action.
Oh
If I
yeah.
can get miniatures to look live action,
Mm-hmm.
with editing and slowing down and theme effects, there's nothing that makes me happier than that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's kind of like what they used to do back then. I guess.
I had another way of like trying to craft a story. It's like I guess it's like try to make a comic book, but so you take photos of like your collectibles and your action figures, like they're
Hmm.
like your character in a sense.
Oh yeah, I
You
can see that.
like you take a picture, you put it online, you put in your little text bubble, type 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 type
Hmm.
dialogue and
Hmm.
whatnot,
Oh
and
yeah, I've seen
then
a lot.
you get it printed, sent to you. Like, all right, here's my comic book.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because I
Yeah,
can't draw for shit. I can't draw to save my life.
oh yeah, I have ADD, so it's like, man, I gotta just move around. I'm
Mm.
trying to draw this thing, but I gotta do some other stuff. So like toys are easier for
Oh
me.
yeah.
Hmm. I could draw though, but it's more like blueprints and stuff. I can't do, so much scenes and backgrounds. It's overwhelming.
I feel like I'm very much the opposite of both of you because I did like art and theater, and so I'm like
Oh.
I know like in a sense like I don't want to say that I know how to act, but I do in a sense know how to act in a sense,
Oh no, that's
acting quote unquote,
Yeah, no, you're
yeah.
good.
and then I can do like I can I'm pretty good at art. Not gonna say I'm the best, but I feel like I'm pretty
Hmm.
good. And so like you
Hmm.
guys are like I can't do art and dialogue, and I'm just over here like I was in theater and did art. What's up?
See, that's that thing of like, oh, if we only all just came together. We had one leader and one person doing this, it'd work out so much easier. But
Oh yeah.
because I don't know why I didn't do theater. I think I tried doing theater in high school, and then I think I just got embarrassed or some shit. I don't know what it was, but I should have stuck with it.
I did a lot of backstage stuff. Like I was
Yeah.
like lighting, sound,
Mm.
props. I
Mm.
did any and everything backstage. And then it wasn't until like my senior year we did Macbeth, which is like one of my favorite Shakespeare plays,
Mm-hmm.
and I was the assistant director for it. And so
Oh,
I
that's
was like doing the acting portions of it, helping backstage. I was like I had my hand in everything. So
awesome. That is so awesome.
You were in the lip dub, right? Do you remember doing
The
that? The high school
oh
lip dub?
yeah, you know that was that video where we're all singing or something like that, right?
Yeah, cause it's
Yeah,
a
I
yeah.
saw it again recently, and I was like, Jesus. I remember staying. They didn't do it very well. I remember there was like a cut in there where it's like, man, if like they tried to do it, and we were. I mean, me and James and everybody sat there for hours and hours and
Oh,
hours.
God.
Oh man, we just wanted to go home at a point. We were exhausted, but yeah, we were there. We were like, why not? We'll put ourselves in the video forever.
Get our faces on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
I think a lot of them. Yeah.
because I remember it was in one day, right? It's like, hey, we're doing a lip dub after school. Who wants to do it?
Yeah, it was
It's
like
like it's
it
like
caught
fuck.
on
It's
is the problem. Some other school didn't. Were like, hey, we're gonna do it too, and then it was kind of not. It was rushed. It was anxiety inducing, and yeah, it was like one. It was a couple hours, honestly. I think
yeah.
after school on a Friday, everyone wanted to go home.
Because I remember seeing, I'm like, that'd be fun. But I'm like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I got shy. Because I was like, I think this would be fun. But I got real shy. I was like, oh, I'm just going to go home. But
Hmm.
looking back, I'm like, damn, I guess I should have just stuck around.
Yeah, there's always those things where you're like, ah, damn it. I wanted to be on camera. I was all about, just film something, please. I'll be crazy in front of the camera.
I mean, the closest I think I ever got to on camera was, because for this past October, me and my best friend, we went to Indiana Comic Con. And,
Oh.
uh, I went to go meet an actor. His name was Alan Richardson.
Hmm.
I don't know if you've seen the TV show Titans. Uh,
I'm aware of it though.
yeah, he was an actor. I mean, that's how I know him. And he was gonna be like, "Sure, I'll get a picture with you." And
That's pretty cool.
when we got our picture, there was a guy walking around with a camera. And I'm like, I'm not sure if this is some stranger or this guy he works for the convention.
Uh-huh.
But then like a week or two after after the convention, there was like
Hmm.
this whole video. I'm like, oh, nice. And I was watching, you see all these people. I'm like, oh, I've never seen that person. Oh, I've never seen that cosplayer. And then you see me with this guy in my weird ass smile. I'm like, oh, that's me
Oh, yeah, they
with the
got you. Like,
actor.
oh, I'm part of the pedestrians. Oh my god.
The guy's name is Alan Richson.
Alan Richardson, yeah.
Oh.
Plays in
Awesome.
Titans, Blue Mountain State, and then Laser Team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty awesome, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we're young. Maybe hopefully these will like I want to be in a fucking commercial. I'll take a commercial. I'll be in the background.
Mm-hmm.
This commercial could be about like this pill could fix your depression, but you get like mass diarrhea. I would be the guy in the background
yeah.
smiling.
Yeah, fix your depression, but you'll die or something like that. Yeah.
Die from
I'm so
dysentery.
like, yeah, you die from dysentery. I'm so over I used to want to do the acting, and now I'm like, you know what? What's awesome? Being behind the camera and telling some actor, be like, hey man, there's gonna be a giant wave that's gonna hit you. Just act cool. It's gotta happen. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Telling some actors what to do and you be behind the camera, it just sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've been on TV once.
Oh my god.
Oh, look at you.
And it was because I went to a haunted house when I was very little, and I was in the background. Terrified.
That's awesome. Good
It's
memory.
like you're just like crying and like ugly crying.
I think my dad was holding me as I was crying, and he was carrying me out. But it's on TV.
That's pretty awesome. No, it's good memory. Yeah.
And from that day, I never went to another haunted house.
Oh yeah. No, I don't think I've been to one period since I was a kid. Too scary.
Oh yeah.
Did you go to one this year? Or
Yeah,
last year?
me and Haley, we went to it's called Basement of the Dead in Aurora.
Oh yeah.
And it's I don't want to say it's like when I think of like a haunted house, I think of like an escape room that's like scary in a sense.
Oh,
But
yeah, it's like evil.
But the way that this haunted house worked, it was you basically there's like a start and it's just a long path you walk through in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's like flashing lights and there's like props. There's actual like scare actors in there too that do their best.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I think the whole experience was like 25 minutes in total. I want to say. But there was at some point where like maybe halfway through you get outside, you think you're done, and one of the actors like, "Oh no, you are not done. Get over here."
Oh yeah.
And then they throw like 3D glasses like in your face. They're like, "Put these on."
Oh god.
And it's like, "Oh god." And then you do second part and it's just the same it's the same thing but there's like 3D in a sense. I'm
It's
like,
hard for me to do those, yeah. It reminds me of all my metalhead friends, like, got into a house and they're gonna scare me.
yeah.
Oh, fuck, this is too much for me. Like waiting in line, where I'm like just anxiety thinking about when's this gonna be over. Please God, when's this experience gonna be over? And so I just don't go.
Please, just
But I
let
would
this
like
end.
to go to, yeah, a haunted hayride. I've been to one of those around Halloween time, and oof, the haunted hayride around that time is awesome.
Gnarly.
Kind of like what you want, yeah. You want to be by the corn stalks at night. Chainsaws in the distance. That's a nice ambience.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Were you gonna say something?
Oh, I was just gonna ask, have you guys ever done an escape room?
I've seen a Resident Evil one
Oh.
on YouTube, like a themed one. They had it in Japan at Universal. That whole Resident Evil 2 theme one was awesome. Like,
Oh shit.
they give you like a gun or something like that. I don't know what. Leon's there, and you go, "Oh, Leon."
Was it like in like the police department?
Yeah, it's so lame when you see Leon with a wig. I'm like, man, this is awesome. I would girl out like, oh my goodness.
But to your question, Nicole, no, I haven't. I always want to do an escape room. I see some on Groupon. It's like for 6 people, it's like $100 or so, which isn't horrible.
Yeah, it's not.
My friends and I used to go every like 6 months.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They're fun. You just have to be with the right group of people and like somebody like that is really good at puzzles, because otherwise you're gonna be staring at a puzzle for like 20 minutes, going like, "Wow, how do I do this?"
Yeah, you're kind of stuck in a room. Yeah. The difference between the video game Resident Evil and the real life, you're like, oh, I'm stuck here.
You're like, I'm gonna die.
Like a medieval time situation where everyone's on or acting at one time.
Mm-hmm.
We did some jail ones. Those were cool.
Oh, interesting.
Like, you had to break out of jail, like break out of prison.
Yeah.
Gnarly.
That's pretty rad.
But we always did the option where there's no actor, because
Yeah, that sounds better. Yeah.
because one of them apparently the actor was supposed to jump in when you're in like a crawl space. He's supposed to come at you from the other side of the crawl space and terrify you, and I'm just like, oh, please, no actor, no actor.
Oh,
Yeah.
get in a crawl space. Oh, I
Being
just feel like
chased.
I can feel the claustrophobia. Like,
You know, I'm fine. You know what? If an actor wants to come out and scare me, that's better than trying to be. Like, did you ever go medieval times or like the Star Wars land, and they're in character acting to you, and I'm like, oh man. I'm like, almost 30. I can't, man. There's just something. It's hard for me to do the acting when somebody's, in full character as a knight. I'm like, dude, I can't today.
it's like just no, just go. Bye. Talk to the
You ever
hand.
go medieval times and they do that to you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hello there, sir. I'm like, shit, man. I just drove in here on my shitty car.
We actually before COVID had hit, I bought tickets to go to Medieval Times for his birthday.
Yeah.
And then COVID happened, and his birthday's in April. It happened in March, so we couldn't go to Medieval Times. And
That sucks.
Yeah.
and they finally reopened in 2021,
Yes.
and so we finally went, and it was so good.
Is it still good?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like the dungeon out there. It's so awesome to explore that.
Mm-hmm. No, I remember we got there and there's like I don't think an actor walked up to us, but we went to like the gift shop part of it where you buy stuff, and the guy's it's like he's like, I'm not gonna attempt to do like a like an old English.
Yeah.
Like
There for lady. And you go, oh fuck. And that's exactly it. Though. Like, man, I just want to buy this fucking sword though. And
The drink guy was in character.
Oh, the drink guy was awesome, yeah. But he saw my Motley Crue shirt, so he broke character a little bit.
Yeah, that happened to me too. Yeah.
But
It's more like because then I got my broken English dad, and it's like, man, can you not do this voice, man? Because my dad don't know how to deal with this.
You see your dad like spazzing out.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
what
my
the
dad
fuck?
does is like, what are you saying? So,
be
his
fun.
is more broken than yours.
It'd be funny. You tell the waiter, like, listen, my dad turned out Leah Thompson, man.
Yeah.
He'll shut you down.
Don't fuck with us.
No,
Hello,
but
yeah.
but when we went to medieval times, we purchased we purchased like an axe.
Yeah, what an ass.
And and they like a 2 goblets.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were dragon themed.
Chalices, yeah. And I thought I was like, I'm gonna say something kind of funny. So when we left, I was like, all right, so stay safe from the plague.
Oh god. Oh, what do you do?
It was like I think he's like, thanks you too or something.
Oh, he kind of like, yeah, thanks you too.
He's like, shut up, it's my job.
He's like, it's the end of the
Oh,
night.
yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I could see that when you're an actor, you're like, oh, don't. This is supposed to be a one-way acting gig. Because there's probably like, there's always like a Viking metalhead who's like, oh, I'm gonna be part of the act too. And I'm sure they get a lot of that. People trying to one up their acting or something.
And next thing you know, like their ego's getting over them, they start puffing their chest, and they're in character, but they're like about to fight.
Oh, I know. I like medieval times because it reminds me of that movie with Jim Carrey, Cable Guy.
Oh,
They have a whole scene with it.
I've never seen Cable Guy.
Oh yeah, you'll never not see medieval times for that again. Watch that movie. Very funny.
Oh god. Alright, if it's 51. I guess. Well, the one thing I guess because like medieval times and acting, the one thing on my bucket list I want to do before I die is go LARPing, or try to do it. Maybe
I can see that.
you don't have to dress up, but you bring like a foam sword and a foam shield and like because
There's
sorry, what?
No, there was a Mad Max version of that. I don't know if you ever heard of
Oh, fuck.
where like you go and drive somewhere like in the desert, and they just rent it out like a circle, and you bring all your Mad Max interceptors and your everyone dresses up, and it's pretty. They have a Thunderdome there. It's pretty awesome.
Well, in Bristol, they had like the Renaissance Fair. I think that's some shit that'd be fun to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've heard it's awesome. Everyone tells me it's like, maybe Ezio from Assassin's Creed will be there with
Well, I thought it'd be
Chewbacca.
a good meme or a joke is to show up as like a Star Trek character and pretend like
Yeah.
I got
Oh,
like
that's
it's like, hey, I'm on over some weird planet.
Yeah, dressing up as Spock, where you're really like,
You look
it's
at
nothing
the
like being a Spock, yeah.
you look at the elves and you're like, wow, we have the same kind of ears, huh?
Mhm.
Give them like the live long and prosper.
Oh yeah, what's funny is I went to a convention once with Ernie Hudson. Was
Oh,
there,
right
and
on.
we were talking to him for all these Ghostbuster fans in one room, just talking to Ernie Hudson, and he was really cool talking to us, but it's all about Ghostbusters. And then there was some guy dressed up as, I think Spock or somebody, maybe it was Bones, but he had a Tribble doll, and Ernie Hudson goes, he kind of quieted everyone down and goes, "No, excuse me, is that a Tribble?" It's like, oh damn, Ernie Hudson.
Is that Tribble?
I knew what a Tribble was. It's awesome.
That's
pretty
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah. Hold the phone. Is that a Tribble?
Hold the phone. Yeah, man. There's another story where, like, when I was there, one of my brothers couldn't go and see Ernie Hudson, and Ghostbusters is like a huge thing for us as a kid. And this was like one of those things that's like, I shouldn't have done this. I feel kind of feel bad for doing this, but I remember my brother called me while I was in line with Ernie Hudson, and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna tell Ernie Hudson, hey, can you talk to my brother on the phone? And my brother didn't know what was going on, and he works in construction in Chicago. He's a carpenter. He's on like the 30th floor in the air. And Ernie Hudson took the phone from me, and he actually talked to my brother for a few moments. And I was like, oh man, how nice of you to do that. You shouldn't have done that. How invasion of private space, I broke. But he was nice.
I mean, that'd be trippy, like at work, and you're talking to
Yeah,
your
your
brother, and then
favorite
Ernie Hudson gets on the phone.
Yeah, I'm like, hey Adam, just wait 1 minute, dude. This is gonna blow your fucking mind. You never know who I'm talking to.
You're not gonna believe it.
Mm-hmm. He picked up the phone. He's like, "Oh, that's great, man. You bought the toys too?"
Well, I think it's time to wrap up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Cool.
closing the hour
I
mark.
enjoyed this.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Hell yeah. If you're still here listening, thank you. We appreciate it. Make sure you like us on our social medias. Leave us a good review. YouTube, Spotify,
Yeah.
all that fun stuff. Make sure you check out Rachael Mirza's Instagram. See all the cool, fun collectibles.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, I would enjoy that. This was a great experience.
Thank you for
I
coming
hope
on.
people. Oh yeah, no problem. Anytime. This was great.
Yeah, we loved having you on.
Awesome. I love this whole experience. I enjoy talking. I'll ramble for forever. Cut me off whenever.
Oh, no, you're good. All right, well,
Where can they find you on Instagram?
They can find me at Trauma Arts on Instagram. Rachael Mirza.
Awesome.
right on. Well,
Well, everyone, thanks for watching, and remember, don't be racist. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.